Could you have walked past a Neanderthal on the street without even realizing it? Scientists have discovered that Neanderthal women were not only different from what we once imagined, but their DNA might still be present among us. So stay with us until the end of the video. Who were Neanderthal women? Like Neanderthal men, Neanderthal women were part of hunter-gatherer groups that lived during the Middle Paleolithic period, approximately 400,000 to 40,000 years ago, in Europe, Western Asia, and parts of the Middle East. Contrary to the common perception of them as primitive and wild, archaeological evidence suggests that Neanderthal women played diverse and active roles in their societies. Physical characteristics of Neanderthal women. Neanderthal women had distinct physical features compared to modern human women: height and build. They were shorter and more robust than modern women, with strong muscles that helped them survive harsh conditions. Skull and facial structure. They had a prominent brow ridge, wide nose, and strong bone structure, adaptations suited for cold climates. Brain size. Their brains were, on average, as large as or even slightly larger than modern humans, indicating significant cognitive abilities. Roles of Neanderthal women in society. Based on archaeological findings, Neanderthal women likely participated in food gathering. Studies suggest they played a role in collecting plants, fruits, seeds, and even hunting small animals. Child care. Evidence indicates that Neanderthals cared deeply for their children, and women likely had a major role in raising them. Tool and clothing. Making. Bone and stone artifacts suggest that women may have been skilled in sewing leather garments and preparing animal hides. Hunting. Participation. Contrary to old beliefs, skeletal remains show that women also suffered hunting-related injuries, similar to Neanderthal men. Social and cultural aspects of Neanderthal women. Emotional bonds. Neanderthal burials suggest they cared for their loved ones and conducted burial rituals. Jewelry and ornamentation. The discovery of shell beads and natural pigments suggests that Neanderthal women may have painted their bodies and worn simple jewelry. Interaction with modern humans. Genetic evidence confirms that Neanderthals and Homo sapiens interbred. And today, many people carry Neanderthal DNA challenges and mortality of Neanderthal women. Neanderthal women lived in harsh environments and faced threats from hunting, predators, disease, and extreme cold. Their average lifespan was typically under 40 years. However, they adapted through tool-making, wearing fur clothing, and forming strong social bonds, ensuring their survival for thousands of years. Conclusion: far from being weak or passive, Neanderthal women were strong, resilient, intelligent, and well adapted to their environment, qualities that may still exist in our DNA today. If Neanderthal women lived among us today, how different do you think they would be from modern women? Let us know in the comments. New discoveries. Were Neanderthal women like us? Recent advances in ancient DNA analysis and fossil studies have revealed surprising facts about Neanderthal women. Contrary to the old belief that they were primitive, research suggests that they had many similarities to modern humans. 1. Physical similarities. Did Neanderthal women look like us? Body structure. Neanderthal women were strong and muscular, though smaller than Neanderthal men. However, their bone density suggests they were physically much stronger than modern women. Skull and face. They had a prominent brow ridge, less defined chin, and wide nose, adaptations for breathing in cold air. Some studies suggest that if Neanderthal women were alive today, they might resemble certain modern human populations. Skin and hair color. DNA analysis indicates that some Neanderthals had light skin and red or brown hair, while others had darker skin and black hair, similar to human variation today. Did Neanderthal women have culture and art? Recent discoveries indicate that Neanderthals were capable of symbolic thinking and artistic expression. Cave paintings. Some 65,000-year-old cave paintings in Spain are believed to have been created by Neanderthals, suggesting artistic and symbolic thought. Jewelry and adornments. Scientists have found painted shells and animal teeth that were likely used as necklaces or personal decorations. Body paint and cosmetics. Pigments, such as red and black ochre, suggest that Neanderthal women may have used natural materials for body painting or social markings. 3. Did Neanderthal women have social roles similar to modern women, hunting and physical labor? Unlike the stereotype that women only gathered food, evidence suggests Neanderthal women suffered similar injuries to men, likely from hunting large animals. Raising children. Neanderthal women likely played a crucial role in childcare and teaching survival skills. Technical skills and tool-making. Fossil evidence shows that Neanderthal women were found alongside advanced stone tools, indicating that they participated in crafting and technical activities. 4. Did Neanderthal women have emotional and family bonds? Emotional connections. Some Neanderthal remains suggest they cared for the sick and elderly, demonstrating empathy and close-knit relationships. Interaction with modern humans. Genetic studies confirm that Neanderthals and Homo sapiens interbred, meaning some of their genes still exist in many of us today. 5. Conclusion: how similar were Neanderthal women to us? Physically, they were stronger but shorter than modern women. They had symbolic thinking, a sense of beauty, and even created art and jewelry. They were not just gatherers, but also hunters, tool makers, and active community members. Their DNA still exists in many people today, proving that their legacy lives on. Do Neanderthal genes still exist in us? Yes. Genetic research confirms that Neanderthals never completely disappeared, at least not genetically. Scientists have found that between 1% to 2% of the DNA of many modern non-African humans comes from Neanderthals. How do Neanderthal genes affect us today? Stronger immune systems. Some Neanderthal genes help boost immunity against infections and viruses. Skin and hair features. Traits like lighter skin, thicker hair, and increased vitamin D production can be linked to Neanderthal DNA, health and diseases. Some Neanderthal genes are associated with conditions such as type 2 diabetes, depression, and allergies. How did these genes get passed to us? When modern humans migrated from Africa 50,000 to 60,000 years ago, they encountered Neanderthals in Europe and Asia. Interbreeding between the two species led to the transfer of Neanderthal genes into modern human populations. So are Neanderthals still among us? Physically, Neanderthals are extinct, but genetically, they still exist within us. Some of our behaviors, physical traits, and even health conditions may be inherited from our Neanderthal ancestors. Would you take a DNA test to find out how much Neanderthal DNA you have? Let us know in the comments. The truth about Neanderthal women, myths that were proven wrong. For years, people believed that Neanderthal women were weak, homebound, and dependent on men. But recent discoveries have shattered these misconceptions. Myth number 1, Neanderthal women stayed in caves. Truth, Fossil evidence shows that Neanderthal women were physically active, hunted, and made tools. Their bones indicate they had impressive physical strength, similar to men. Myth number 2. Neanderthal women had no culture or art. Truth. New discoveries of cave paintings, jewelry, and body paint prove they had symbolic thinking and aesthetic awareness. Myth number 3. They had no emotional or social bonds. Truth. Neanderthal burials show that they cared for their loved ones and conducted burial ceremonies, indicating deep emotional connections. Myth number 4. They were completely different from us. Truth. 1 to 2% of many people's DNA comes from Neanderthals, proving that we are more similar than we once thought. Final thought. Neanderthal women were not weak or primitive. They were resilient, creative, and socially connected, much more than we previously imagined. What do you think? If a Neanderthal woman lived among us today, would she stand out? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe and turn on notifications for more amazing discoveries.